Gadget Sal.
This is your pal, Gadget Sal. And of course that's not my real voice, but it is me, your pal Sal. And what we do on this channel is we rate gadgets from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best, but it's only one test, that's all. So let's get this started. Welcome back to Gadget Sal, guys, and what we have today are 5 different types of nutcrackers. And we're going to start off with this one right over here. It's made out of course, metal. It does have silicone grips here. There's a spring right over here. On the inside, it has these small little grippers that are also kind of pointy, but not too pointy. They grip the nut, and then you can crack it. And yeah, basically that's about it. We're gonna start over here with a walnut. Everybody knows these. Everybody has these, and I think everybody likes these. So when you place it inside, it fits perfectly. As you start to crack, this thing is really easy to grip. So here we go. Whoa. So let's see if that worked there. That's pretty cool. Essentially cracked in half. And yeah, the whole shell is cracked. And here's a piece of walnut right over here. So that was pretty easy. Really nice to work. I think this is called Brazil nut. We're going to insert it. See? Oh, kind of weird. It comes out at the bottom just a little bit. You can see. Kind of comes out, but we'll hold it there in place. And will it squish it? No, not like that. It won't squish it at all. It just slides up and down. Maybe in a different... Here, right here, I think it'll crack it. Yeah, I cracked it there. I don't know if it cracked it all the way. At a different angle did crack it. So maybe if I turn it again at a different angle, will it crack it? Yeah, it cracked it there again. And did it crack it all the way? Let's see. Yeah, it did. Check it out, guys. There it is. There's the nut. All you really have to do is crack the shell, and the rest of it's going to break off, I guess. This is a hazelnut. I don't think it's going to crack this. This is just too small. All the way down. Yeah, it's just too small. It won't crack it. Let's see if it'll do an almond. Will it do an almond? If we do it this way, it won't do it at all. Sideways, will it do it? It's kind of uncomfortable because you have to reach in, insert this almond all the way down, and let's see if it'll do it. Okay, I heard it cracking. I heard some cracking. So let's bring it out. Did it do it? Yes, it did. Check it out. There's the almond. So that's pretty cool. So this thing will work on almonds. We'll do it again. The only thing I don't like is you have to reach in and place the almond at the back, standing up, and then crack it. And it cracks perfectly. And there it is, your almond. Will it work for, I think these are pecans. Will it work for the pecans? We're going to do it sideways like we did with the almond. Barely fits in there. Check it out. So it did crack it. It did break through. There it is. I'm going to give this a 5.5. I think it could have done better, especially with the very small ones. Maybe they could have made the end over here a bit smaller to grip the very small hazelnuts. The almonds, you had to turn them sideways. The pecans, you had to turn them sideways too. It is very comfortable. It does have rubber grips here on the side, like silicone rubber grips, and it is made out of metal, so it's going to last a very long time. Next one. And this one came in the set with the first one that I just reviewed. It has 2 different places, here and here. It's all made out of metal, and it does have some type of rubber grip. I find that a little bit weird that the rubber grips are on the inside instead of the outside. But it is made out of metal. It's pretty sturdy, so we're going to try the smallest ones first, which is the hazelnuts that we have. Whoa, that went everywhere. There's a hazelnut there for this one. Do it again. And you have to be careful not to squish all the way down your hazelnut. So this does work for hazelnuts. Let's do the almond next. What's weird is that it leaves everything hanging off to the side, so the mess is going to go basically everywhere. But for most of these, the mess is going to go everywhere. It really doesn't matter. So we're going to crack the almond there. And there's your almond right there. Will it fit in the big space? Yes, it will. But will it crack it all the way through? It'll do it in the big space too. Here's the pecan again. That one will go, I guess, in the bigger space. Turn it around and around. So yeah, it cracked the pecan, and there it is. Pecan open. Will it do the Brazil nut? This is a huge nut, the Brazil nut. Just kind of basically have to hold this in place, but it will crack it. But it'll do it. It'll do the Brazil nut. Check it out. We all know this one, the walnut. Yep. It'll do the walnut. So the walnuts, it'll crack easily. One more walnut. Walnuts are easy to crack. Your walnut there. I'm going to give this one a 6.5. It's a little bit uncomfortable when you're cracking, so it kind of strains the inside of your palm here. I wish they would have put the rubber grips right out here instead of the inside. I don't know why they put it on the inside. And it does have grips to grip the nut right on the inside. I do like that. So I think that's a good score for it. Next one. I don't know if you've ever seen this, guys, but I've never seen this. I feel like it's going to take a lot of time to size up the nut and then turn this thing and crack it and get it to crack. So we'll see. Let's check it out. Here it is. Very small hazelnut. We'll open it up. As you can see, I told you it's going to take a little bit of time. Open it a little bit more. There we go. Finally, we'll crack it. Whoa, that flew somewhere down there. And that's it. And then you back the nutcracker off. It's kind of like a screw. And there's your hazelnut all broken. So as you can see, they welded up a nut at the bottom and the bolt right over here on top. So it's a pretty cool idea, but it seems as if it's going to take a lot more time to break these nuts this way. So we're going to crack an almond this time. We'll put the almond there. Hopefully it stays in place. We'll turn that all the way till it grips. And here we go. You can hear it. I mean, I can hear it. We can all hear it. It's cracking the nut. You kind of have to hold the nut in place here, so that way it doesn't fly everywhere. So that's it. I don't want to squish it anymore, because if I squish it even more, I think it's going to flatten the nut. I just want it to break the shell. So it's kind of hard to determine when the shell is basically broken. The Brazil nut, it's kind of weird shaped, the Brazil nut, and in this thing, we're going to see if we can fit it. It's kind of weird to grip the Brazil nut in here, because it's off to the side. How about upside down? Will it work upside down? It's a pretty cool idea, but it's a little bit difficult to work with. Okay, so it worked this way. See, you twist it, and there it goes. We lost that Brazil nut, so we're going to do a different Brazil nut. Here's the new one, and we're going to do it the same way. It's a pretty unique way of breaking the nuts, but it's very, very time consuming. I don't think I'm going to recommend this. Okay, we heard that cracking. Hopefully it doesn't fly everywhere like the other one. And did it crack it? It did, and here we go. Brazil nut there. It cracked. It got it out. I'm going to give this one a 3.4. It is nicely made. I do get that. I do not like how it cracks the nuts. For cracking nuts, this is extremely difficult to work with. The nut, like the Brazil nut, it just flew out of the way. It's very difficult to grip the Brazil nut. I don't know what it is about it. It's just very difficult to work with as a whole. So 3.4 is a good score for it. Even though it's made out of metal, it's going to last a lifetime. Next one. It is a nutcracker. It's a screw nutcracker. It screws on. It comes in two pieces. The nut goes inside of there, and then you put this right on top. You screw it in, and this base, they put a metal piece there. Screw this on top all the way to the bottom until it cracks your nut. So we're going to start with the small one. Again, the hazelnut. We're just going to insert it there, and we're just going to turn it, and we all heard that crack. There we go. We'll back it up. Take the nut out. There's nothing in there. Didn't break the wood or anything. Cool. There it is in pieces. And here is the hazelnut. I'm going to put an almond in there as it goes inside. Kind of squish it all. Bring it out. And there's your almond. So that was pretty easy. Back it up a little bit more. Insert the Brazil nut in there. Hopefully it grips. I'll hold it in place. We'll back it up now to get all the meat out. So check that out. Pecan. There we go. Back it up, take it out. It broke it, but I really don't like how it broke it. The walnut. Everybody knows the walnuts, I think, are pretty difficult to break. Hold it in place there a bit. And, of course, it flies everywhere, so that's not cool. It did do its job. It's breaking it. Insert the walnut again in there. The other half that didn't break. Yeah, it broke it into smaller pieces, and there's your walnut nut from the shell. I'm going to give this one an 8.6. It's pretty cool. It did its job. I like the color of it. Two different colors. I like that it's made out of wood. It's kind of different. The rest of them are made out of steel. So I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm hoping it does last a long time, even though it's made out of wood. All the nuts, it cracked all of them. And it has a housing in here. All you have to do is really kind of hold it a little bit and then crack it as it goes down. But I think that's a pretty good score for it. And I think you guys would like this one. It's different compared to all the other ones. Next one. Alright guys. The last one right over here is this one here. And what you're supposed to do is you insert the nut right over here, and you can adjust this back and forth depending on the type of nut, and then you crack it. We turned it inside out for the hazelnuts here, and this is made out of wood, the base here. The rest is made out of metal except for the handle up here. This is also made out of wood, and this screws on, so it just comes in two pieces, and you screw it in. You insert the hazelnut there. Whoa. It cracks it under pressure, so let's check it out. Yeah, I cracked it. Check it out. We'll do the next one there. That went everywhere, but it's okay. And there's another hazelnut. So that's pretty cool, guys. I really do like this because it's really easy. You just drop it in, you crack it, and it's done. It's really easy to work this mechanism here. Next, we're going to try the almonds. How about this way, long ways? It'll do it long ways too. Check that out. So I like that. There's another almond. Turn it sideways, so we do it sideways. There it is. And it's a little bit in pieces, but it did crack the almond. We're going to do this Brazil nut here. Will it do it standing up? Let's check it out. I have flying pieces coming to my eyes, but it did do it. It cracked it in half. As you can see, here's the other half. So will it do the rest? Yeah, it'll do the rest. Here is the pecan. We're going to do pecan the long way, this way. So that was pretty easy to crack. I like that. So a hard push, it cracks it all in one. There it is. That's pretty good. The walnut. The big, big walnut that everybody likes to crack. I guess we'll insert it sideways. There it is. Cracked the walnut pretty easily. Wasn't that hard to work. The last walnut that we have here, we'll insert it. Just hold it in place. It cracks. Hold it in place. Yeah, check that out. Look, it even split it into 4 here. I do like that. That's cool. Easy to work. I'm going to give this one a 9.1 because I still feel as if you have to hold it in place. That way it doesn't move anywhere. It has a lot of moving parts, so I think it's more prone to breakage than the other one we just tested out, which was this wood one that I liked a lot too. But still, it worked really, really well. But it's nice, thick metal. It's made very sturdy. I mean, it's a nice nutcracker. So that's a good score for it. Guys, this is your pal Gadget Sal here again. Please like and subscribe, comment down below, and check out this video right over here to see some more gadgets tested and scored. And remember, one test, that's all. We'll see you next time. Thank you.